Hi guys, it's Ugu. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will review or give my opinion about The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. A very popular, very trendy, everyone tends to love it, The Cruel Prince. I read as part of a bet I'm doing with my bestie, and if you follow my channel by now, if you see we have that discussion already, but I read it as part of a challenge. I know it wouldn't be my cup of tea. And to grow a little bit of a backstory, when I started booktube, I bought the trilogy. I bought all the 3 books. I thought, like, this is super hype, I'm gonna love it, you know, and I never got to read it. And then one friend started to read it and it's like, the first one is not that amazing. I was like, I need space, I need the money, they need to go. But now I read the first one and it was what I expected. So, first of all, in terms of story, it's a generic story of what we see. Now, it's groundbreaking for the time, because I'm seeing at the lens of 2025 and you see like these tropes playing out, but it was one of the first, so it gets props for that. It's a YA, which is something that I more and more driven out of YA. I think the characters, I don't connect as much. It really depends on the YA, but I tend to gravitate more to adult characters now. So these new 16 vibes, I'm like, 16, 18, I'm like, no, I don't vibe it anymore. I don't feel connected. I don't feel... So, starts with that. Then I think the book only started to getting interesting around the 50%-ish mark. Until then I was like, this is boring. You know, because I think from the first part of the book nothing really happens, nothing really important. You get laid about the world, about a little bit of the world, the story, the sisters, how the main character feels, you know, she is being a human in the Fae world and da-da-da-da-da, how she wants power and things like that, but until the middle I was like, not convinced me a lot. Then it starts to pick up with the more political intrigue, which is something that I really like in books and especially in fantasies. And that part was kind of interesting, although that coronation scene was a little bit like over the top, like I was like, red wedding all over again, like, can we not? Can we just not do that? You know, prison is our options. But, you know, and I think that last part I was like, will it work? Like, it would really work on that, like that, or they will bust the plans. One thing that really bothered me was, and that comes towards the end, was like in the entice of the starting of the romance between the characters. I was like, there is no indication this would be like, this is just to make it happen. It made no sense. If they still do like that, if that scene didn't happen and they go to book 2, and book 2, I don't know how it goes, but book 2 starts going into a relationship and then they add in book 3 like a very slow burn, that would make sense because they will spend more time together. But like it was, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is not how it would be. Like, doesn't make sense. It's just forcing 2 characters to fall in love when it shouldn't be. There is no indication of that, and that thing that I hate you because I love you doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I think it's just cheap to do that. For me, it doesn't work, and I think that's why The Cruel Prince didn't work for me, because it was, the ideas were there, the concepts were there, but I think being a YA really didn't help, and it didn't help a lot of the pace of the book, especially the main character. I don't connect to her. I'm like, you're sometimes annoying, and I really don't care about you. Now, I heard saying book 2 is a little bit better. I'm on the fence with that. I don't know if it's worth reading. I don't know. I don't really know if I will continue. For me, it was just average. It was not terrible. It's not a 2-star or 1-star. It's like a 3.5 maybe. But I didn't have a good time. I was not reading like, oh, I'm having a good time. No, I was just reading because it's part of the challenge, so I need to finish the book. And I was like, and you feel like, oh, because you read it obligated. Yes, but I read other books obligated and I enjoy it more because it was interesting more interesting, and it were more developed. So I think it was a concept of everything came together, of everything starts doing it. I think at this point is something that I would definitely do is... So overall, it was not a terrible experience. Was not like the pleasant experience. It was just average. I don't have more to say. The writing is okay. It's not terrible, but it's a product of that time. It's a product of the genre and the age group where it's inserted. I didn't feel connected to the characters. The side characters sometimes are fun, but we spend very little time with them. You know, that reason I was like, with one of the love interests, I was like, I couldn't care. I was like, okay. Even the father, I was like, you know, I think it was just, I was uncaring to all the characters, all the plot and all of that. I was like, do I really care about it? Do I really am invested in this? No, I think it was just a lack of that investment, a lack of that interest that really plunged me into not liking so much. I don't know. Tell me what you feel. What did you like about The Cruel Prince? It's the second book, as better as they say, is structure in a different thing. It evolves the characters, because at this point I don't feel like I connected to the story. It's very popular and a lot of people love it. Good. I totally happy for them, but for me it didn't work, and I don't consider it. I think for the time, and I see it's important to understand the times when it was released, how it shaped, how it was innovating, and that is very good for that time. When you read it nowadays, you will feel like it's more of the same. And it didn't flesh out anything besides the tale. Because even today I saw a TikTok like, book boyfriends is like, he has a tail. I was like, okay, he has a tail. So it's the thing, he has a tail. So yeah. Hope you guys like it. It's not the most in-depth review, but I also don't want to bash about it because it was not like horrible, but it was not great, so I don't have a lot to say. I think I flesh out why it frustrated me, why I didn't enjoy it, but it is. I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the stuff. I have reading sprints on weekends if you want to join. Make sure of that. Follow on my other social medias. Tell me if you like The Cruel Prince, if not. And I see you guys in my next video, okay?